Eat oatmeal, but never make these 6 mistakes. They can be fatal. No one tells you. Could your morning bowl of health be doing more harm than good? Let's talk about oatmeal. That hearty, fiber-rich breakfast has been promoted by heart doctors nationwide. Americans now consume over 2 million tons annually. It's packed with soluble fiber, protein, and essential nutrients that can lower cholesterol and stabilize blood sugar. But here's the twist. Despite its impressive nutrient profile, oatmeal could be silently sabotaging your health if you're making one of 6 common and surprisingly risky mistakes. It's a striking paradox. Millions reach for oatmeal believing they're making one of the smartest choices for their diet. But without realizing it, many are putting themselves at risk for everything from digestive trouble to serious health complications. Health organizations have glorified oatmeal as a superfood. People are adding it to smoothies, baking it into cookies, and even using it in beauty treatments, often with little understanding of the potential downsides. As someone who has spent over a decade studying nutrition and food science, I see oatmeal as a perfect example of how even the healthiest foods can become harmful when misused. Just because a food is natural or nutrient-rich doesn't mean it's right for everyone, or that more is always better. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on 6 common mistakes people make with oatmeal. These are all backed by peer-reviewed science and could be quietly derailing your health goals, or worse, putting your well-being at risk. Now, if you're ready to learn how to enjoy this wonderful grain the right way to truly get the benefits without falling into hidden traps, go ahead and press that like button. Before we continue, let's agree on one simple thing. This information is for learning and support only. If you have a health condition or take medication, please check with your doctor before trying anything new. Here's something most people don't know. Raw oats contain significant amounts of phytic acid, a natural compound that binds to minerals in your digestive tract. It's part of the plant's natural defense system and is found in high concentrations in uncooked oats. While phytic acid is reduced during cooking, it's still present in varying amounts. Now, why should you care? In numerous laboratory studies published in nutrition journals, phytic acid has been shown to bind to essential minerals like zinc, iron, calcium, and magnesium, preventing their absorption in your body. In other words, when your digestive system is exposed to high amounts of phytic acid, it can lead to mineral deficiencies over time. Don't panic. This doesn't mean your morning oatmeal is robbing your body of nutrients. The human digestive system can handle moderate amounts of phytic acid, but it does raise important questions about long-term daily consumption, especially for seniors who may already have absorption issues or deficiencies. What's concerning is how phytic acid affects those with existing health conditions. In people with iron deficiency anemia, excessive consumption of high phytate foods can worsen their condition. In those with bone health concerns, it may interfere with calcium utilization. The takeaway: never eat completely raw, unsoaked oats. If you eat oatmeal regularly, consider soaking your oats overnight in water with a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. This breaks down much of the phytic acid and makes minerals more bioavailable. And stay mindful of symptoms such as unusual fatigue, brittle nails, or thinning hair, which could be your body signaling mineral deficiencies. When healthy becomes harmful, oatmeal's glycemic impact varies dramatically based on preparation. While oats generally have a moderate glycemic index, behind that health halo lies a surprising truth. Preparation method can transform oatmeal from a blood sugar stabilizer to a blood sugar disruptor. Here's where things get tricky. While steel-cut oats can support blood sugar management, that benefit disappears entirely with instant varieties, particularly those with added sugars and flavorings, something many health-conscious eaters overlook. In fact, studies show a more complex picture than most breakfast cereal commercials suggest. One study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition compared blood glucose responses to different oat preparations. The result? Steel-cut oats caused significantly lower blood sugar spikes than instant oats. Another large-scale study found that participants who consumed properly prepared oatmeal had better overall blood sugar control. But here's the catch. Those benefits only appeared with minimally processed varieties prepared without added sugars. Instant packets with maple and brown sugar flavoring caused blood sugar responses similar to eating a slice of white bread. This is especially crucial for seniors and those with diabetes or prediabetes. The rapid glucose fluctuations from improperly prepared oatmeal can worsen insulin resistance over time and contribute to inflammation throughout the body. Millions of people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity may react to certain oats, and here's why this affects more people than you might think. This reaction happens due to cross-contamination. While oats themselves don't naturally contain gluten, most commercial oats are processed in facilities that also handle wheat, barley, and rye. This means gluten proteins can easily transfer to oats during harvesting, transport, and processing. Oats contain proteins called avenins, which are different from gluten, but can trigger similar reactions in about 20% of people with celiac disease. So when someone with celiac disease eats conventionally processed oats, their immune system may misfire, triggering symptoms that range from mild digestive upset to serious intestinal damage. Who's at risk? Anyone with celiac disease, non-celiac gluten sensitivity, or wheat allergies. What's concerning is that many people with mild gluten sensitivity don't even realize they're reacting to their healthy oatmeal breakfast. They attribute persistent digestive issues, skin problems, or fatigue to other causes while continuing to consume the very food that triggers their symptoms. Symptoms may start with bloating, cramping, or irregularity, but can progress to nutrient deficiencies, significant weight changes, skin rashes, and, in the case of celiac disease, intestinal damage. In fact, studies show that even minute amounts of gluten, as little as 20 parts per million, can cause inflammation in celiac patients. If you have any form of gluten sensitivity, look specifically for certified gluten-free oats, which are grown, harvested, and processed in dedicated gluten-free facilities and tested to contain less than 20 parts per million of gluten. Your health is worth the extra cost. This next one doesn't get nearly enough attention, but it's critical. Improper storage of both dry and prepared oatmeal can expose you to dangerous pathogens and mold toxins that can cause serious illness. Once cooked, oatmeal creates the perfect environment for bacterial growth: warm, moist, and nutrient-rich. Many people make a large batch of oatmeal at the beginning of the week, but improper cooling and storage can lead to bacterial proliferation. What's worse, most people don't realize that dry oats can harbor harmful bacteria and mold spores. When oats are stored in humid environments or past their expiration date, these microorganisms can multiply and produce toxins. One particular concern is mycotoxins, poisonous compounds produced by certain molds that grow on grains, including oats. Food safety agencies, including the FDA, have established limits for these toxins. In fact, tests on oatmeal products have occasionally found concerning levels of ochratoxin A and aflatoxin, both of which are linked to kidney damage and cancer with long-term exposure. Here's how to reduce your risk. Store dry oats in airtight containers in cool, dry places. Check expiration dates and discard old products. For cooked oatmeal, refrigerate within 2 hours of preparation and consume within 3 to 4 days. Never leave prepared oatmeal at room temperature for extended periods. While the risk of severe illness is relatively low, it's not zero, especially for older adults or those with compromised immune systems. Oatmeal may seem harmless, but it can cause serious complications when mixed with certain medications, a fact rarely mentioned in routine medical consultations. The first area of concern involves diabetes medications and blood sugar control. The soluble fiber in oatmeal can slow the absorption of medications taken around the same time. For people taking oral diabetes medications, this can interfere with the timing and effectiveness of their treatment, potentially leading to unpredictable blood sugar levels. But that's not all. Oatmeal is also rich in fiber, which, while beneficial, interacts with numerous medications. For people taking thyroid medications like levothyroxine, consuming oatmeal within 1 to 4 hours can significantly reduce absorption, making your medication less effective. This is because the fiber binds to the medication in your digestive tract. There's a third concern, especially for people taking certain cholesterol-lowering medications. Statins work better when taken with food, but the high soluble fiber content of oatmeal may bind to these medications, reducing their effectiveness. Similarly, oatmeal can decrease the absorption of certain antibiotics, particularly tetracyclines and quinolones. If you take any medication regularly, particularly those for thyroid conditions, diabetes, cholesterol, or antibiotics, it's essential to maintain a consistent time gap between your medication and oatmeal consumption. This might mean waiting 1 to 4 hours after taking your medication before enjoying your morning bowl, or adjusting your medication schedule under your doctor's guidance. This final mistake is one of the most underestimated, yet it can have profound health consequences. Ignoring how your body personally reacts to oatmeal. Everyone's tolerance is different, and reactions can vary widely depending on genetics, existing health conditions, and even age. Unfortunately, many people assume that because oatmeal is healthy, it must be universally safe. But that's not always true. One concern is digestive sensitivities. Oats contain soluble fiber that ferments in the gut. While beneficial for many, it can cause bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort in individuals with sensitive digestive systems or certain gut conditions. For some, this can lead to significant digestive distress lasting hours or even days. 2. FODMAP issues. Oats contain certain fermentable carbohydrates that can trigger symptoms in people with IBS or other functional gut disorders. Even small servings can provoke episodes of bloating, cramping, and irregular bowel movements in susceptible individuals. 3. Avenine sensitivity. Some people react specifically to avenine, a protein in oats similar to gluten. This isn't the same as celiac disease, but it can cause similar digestive and inflammatory symptoms. 4. Individual metabolic responses. Genetic differences can influence how well your body handles carbohydrates in oatmeal. Some people experience pronounced blood sugar fluctuations even with plain, unsweetened oats. This means one person may feel energized after eating oatmeal, while another experiences energy crashes, brain fog, or increased hunger. 5. Age-related changes. As we age, digestive enzyme production naturally declines, making high-fiber foods like oatmeal harder to break down for some seniors. This can lead to more pronounced digestive symptoms, especially when consumed daily or in large portions. How to identify your sensitivity? The key is self-awareness and tracking. Keep a simple food journal, noting what you ate, how you prepared it, when you ate it, and any symptoms in the next 24 to 48 hours. This will help you spot patterns and adjust your intake accordingly. After reviewing these 6 important mistakes, you might be wondering, are oats still worth it? The answer is yes, absolutely, as long as you consume them wisely and in ways that work for your unique body. Oats remain one of the most nutrient-dense, heart-healthy foods you can include in your diet. Their soluble fiber, particularly beta-glucan, has been shown to lower LDL, bad cholesterol, by 5 to 10% in numerous studies. This translates to a significant reduction in heart disease risk. In fact, a large-scale review found that regular oatmeal consumption was associated with a 7% reduction in overall cardiovascular risk factors. With beneficial nutrients like manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, and B vitamins. Oats support numerous body systems, from energy production to bone health. Oatmeal also provides stable, sustained energy. Unlike processed breakfast cereals that cause rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes, properly prepared oatmeal releases glucose slowly into the bloodstream, providing steady energy for hours. But oatmeal doesn't just deliver nutrients, it also supports a healthy gut microbiome. The soluble fiber in oats acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial bacteria in your digestive tract. Studies show this can improve immunity, reduce inflammation, and even support mental health through the gut-brain connection. So what's the ideal approach? For most people, the sweet spot is enjoying properly prepared oatmeal 2 to 4 times per week, using these guidelines. 1. Choose steel-cut or rolled oats rather than instant varieties. 2. Consider soaking overnight to reduce phytic acid. 3. Look for certified gluten-free if you have sensitivities. 4. Store properly in cool, dry conditions. 5. Time consumption away from critical medications. 6. Listen to your body and adjust portions based on your unique response. Now that you understand both the risks and rewards of eating oatmeal, let's talk implementation. The goal is to create a personalized, sustainable strategy that works with your unique health profile. Start with a health baseline. Before making oatmeal a regular part of your diet, take stock of any current health conditions, allergies, or medications. If you're managing diabetes, thyroid issues, or have known food sensitivities, speak to your doctor or dietitian first. Ease in gradually if you're new to regular oatmeal consumption. Begin with small portions, roughly 1/4 to 1/3 cup of dry oats, prepared with adequate liquid. Monitor how your body responds, keeping a simple food diary noting any physical symptoms within 24 hours. Prioritize food safety. Store dry oats in airtight containers away from moisture. For pre-made oatmeal, refrigerate promptly and consume within 3 to 4 days. Never leave prepared oatmeal at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Optimize preparation. Consider these methods: overnight soaking with a splash of lemon juice to reduce phytic acid, cooking with additional water for easier digestion, adding protein sources like Greek yogurt or nuts to balance the meal. Cycle your consumption rather than eating oatmeal every day. Try a rotation schedule such as every other day or 3 days per week. This gives your body variety and helps prevent any buildup of anti-nutrients or sensitivities over time. Let's quickly review the 6 critical mistakes to avoid with oatmeal. 1. Phytic acid exposure, ignoring the mineral-binding compounds in improperly prepared oats. 2. Glycemic issues, choosing instant or sweetened varieties that spike blood sugar. 3. Gluten cross-contamination, overlooking the risk to those with celiac or gluten sensitivity. 4. Improper storage, allowing bacterial growth in stored oatmeal. 5. Medication interactions, disregarding how oatmeal's fiber affects drug absorption. Ignoring individual sensitivity, dismissing how your body uniquely responds to oats. When enjoyed safely, oatmeal is a nutritional powerhouse. Yes, there are risks, but with the right knowledge and habits, oatmeal can absolutely be a smart, health-supportive food choice. When prepared properly, stored safely, and tailored to your body's needs, it offers a wealth of benefits from heart health to steady energy and improved digestion. Have you been making any of these oatmeal mistakes without realizing it? Ever had symptoms you couldn't explain until now? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else. And if you found this guide helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more evidence-based nutrition insights. Share this with a fellow oatmeal lover. You could help them avoid a costly health mistake. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover the hidden pros and cons of another trendy superfood.